this was especially impactful to this group. Do you know what was real popular in this area in the first century? It was a religion called Mithraism. Mithraism. You can look it up. You can type it in. It's a mystery religion. Basically, it's from the east. It's from the furthest fringes of the Roman Empire, and the Roman legionnaires ran into it when they were fighting in all of the Parthian region, and they brought it back because it was really an exciting religion. Let's pretend that you're listening in and I'm walking down the street in Asia Minor. Tell me what you think. Oh yeah, I went to a meeting last night. Yeah, you did? I did too. Yeah, where was it? Well, it was down. We went to this dark, candlelit place, and I was born again. And you'd go, oh, born again? Yeah. What does that mean? I was washed in the blood of the Son of God. I mean, wouldn't you, if you were drinking your Starbucks and overhearing the table next to you, you'd go, wow, you got saved last night. And they'd go, yeah, I did. And you go, that's great. Well, we got saved too. You want to come? We have a Bible study. They go, oh yeah, I've been washed in the blood. I've been born again. Do you know what Mithraism taught? If you took, I know it's 2 hours in a row saying something really gross, but it's true. If you went to that Mithraic cult service, they would lead a bull, a male cow, down into their labyrinth in their candlelight. They would tie it up, and all the people wanting to get born again would go down in the pit under the bull over a grate, so there's this grate, kind of like a storm drain, bull up here. The priest of Mithras would take a razor-sharp knife and slit the throat of the bull, which would not like it and would start, moving, but his blood, he's alive, hot, would come out, and all the people that were getting born again were washed in the literal blood of Mithras's representative, that bull, because that's how they did it back then. He was a consecrated bull, and everybody that got his blood on them were initiated into the rite, and they had been born again. They had a fresh new start in Mithras. So this letter comes to them, this area, and says, you know what? If someone says, I got saved, you say, what'd you get saved from? And if they say, I was born again, you say, how did that happen? And if they say, I was washed in the blood of the Son of God, you say, and who is the Son of God? And they'd go, Mithras. And you go, oh. So they're involved in a false mystery religion, not Christianity. See, that's what you've already covered 1 John. In fact, Mark Strout, I think, weren't you in 1 John a little while back? I was watching in the back. I think he was in 1 John something. 1 John, the whole book is about how do you know who's saved? With all the demon false teaching, how do you know who's saved? Those that believe Jesus is the Christ, the Son of God. See, we have to be more aggressive in asking very genuine, kind questions. So you're wearing a white shirt and dark pants and your name tag. So how do you get saved? You can be baptized for the dead. And well, I remember this. I remember when I was on staff at the church where I trained out in California, Dr. John MacArthur, he was invited while I was there to go to Salt Lake City, and the fathers, the elders of the Mormon church invited him there, and they presented him a table. They had all of his books and commentaries, and they said, we've read these and we agree with them. John said, great. He said, describe to me who Jesus Christ is. And he looked at them and he says, you have a created being, Jesus Christ, not the divine, infinite God the Son. He said, tell me who God the Father is. And he says, you have a Unitarian view of God, not a Trinitarian view of God. He says, tell me how you get saved. And he listened to him and he said, and I could go back to my verse there in Galatians, he says, you have another gospel. He said, other than the gospel, the deity of Christ, and the triunity of God, we probably do agree on something. But those three things we do not agree on. So he said, you are not Christians. Boy, they didn't like that. They were hoping, because of the moral majority, which you guys probably don't even know what it was, there was this movement in America that all people that were anti-abortion and other things would get together, and they had the moral majority. And so the Roman Catholics and the Mormons and everybody, with all the evangelical Christians and all the denominations, got together. And after a few years, everyone just said, wow, this is so nice, we all agree. No, we don't. No, we don't. Whenever salvation involves human achievement, working your way to heaven, God hates it.